Now that we've got Node.js installed, we're going to set up a new little project and just figure out how to run code with Node. I'm inside of a workspace directory inside of my terminal. Inside of here, I'm going to make a new folder called simply Node. I'll then change into there, and then I'll start up my code editor inside. Once I have my code editor open, I'm going to create a new file called index.js. And then inside of here, I'll do a very simple console log of hi there, like so. So usually, to run some JavaScript code that we write inside of our editor, throughout this course, we've been creating an index.html file. But like we just said, we don't have to worry about HTML anymore now that we're making use of Node. So in order to run this file, we can now go back over to our terminal. We can verify that the index.js file is right there. And then we can run node index.js like so. That's going to read the contents of the index.js file and execute everything inside of there. Now, believe it or not, this is just one way that we can run code with Node. There's actually two different ways we can use the Node CLI to run some JavaScript code. The first is to run node and then the name of the file in the same directory. We can technically execute files in different directories, we just have to provide a relative path. The vast majority of time, however, you're going to be running code inside of a file in the same directory. So that's how we run code inside of a file. We can also run JavaScript code with Node by entering the Node REPL. We can do this by just running the command node by itself. So if I go back over to my terminal, I can run node by itself without any file name. So you'll notice that it kicks me to kind of a prompt right here. So again, this is called the Node REPL, and we can use this to execute one-off JavaScript statements. This is just about identical to the console that we've been making use of inside the browser throughout this course. So for example, I can define some variable called, say, message, assign it a string of hi there, and then print out that string like so. I can also add numbers or do just about anything else. I can create a date object, just about anything you can possibly imagine. We will very frequently be making use of the Node REPL, which we're using right now, anytime that we want to just test out little snippets of code. But usually, in general, we almost always make use of Node by executing a distinct file that has some amount of code inside of it. Now, one thing I want to mention right now, and I'm going to mention this several times throughout the course as we continue using Node, if you ever want to stop a Node program, be it one that is being executed through a file or the REPL, all you have to do is press Control-C on your keyboard. So if I go back over and to the REPL right here, I can press Control-C twice, and I get kicked back over to my terminal. All right, so now we've seen the basics of running some code, let's start to dive into some more advanced stuff around Node in the next video.